dirty looks, dirty, filthy, bitchy looks. Daggers, the band that you're in before. Is that where it originates from, or is that a different meaning?
Don't know.
In weapons?
I don't know, really. Can't really. It was a funny old time. We were young lads, and we were just learning what to do, I think, and it's ironic actually because nobody knew who Daggers were at the time, and that's all we strive for. And now we're doing an interview with you, we're talking about Daggers, and all we would have loved for is one interview where we talked about Daggers before. So they've become more famous than they ever were.
I remember we spent about 3 months thinking the name Daggers and about 2 minutes thinking the name Hurt.
Yeah.
How different were they to Hurt?
It was just a product of we were learning, and it was a lot more energetic and a lot more kind of frantic, I think, which was a good thing at the time, and it's nice that we went through that. But yeah, it was a good learning curve. It was like going to school, really. But
you mentioned the clubbing thing is better abroad. Are you enjoying the touring thing more abroad as well? Because you're massive in Germany, aren't you?
It's different. Yeah. It's more focused in England because it's very important. Like when we played Manchester, it was a really important gig for us. But when you go abroad, there's obviously things can get like interesting in a different way.
Why do you think it is you're so big over there? I mean, you're big in the UK, but you've almost had number one in Germany.
Yeah, do you know what?
It's number two, wasn't it? 2 number twos.
Yeah, do you know what? You can spend all your hours of every day thinking about it, and every time you go, like we went to Estonia recently, played in a stadium in Estonia, and we were sat there going, we've never even been here before. Like, we've got the music in Manchester, what's going on? And then the more you think about it, the more it doesn't make sense. So you just got to go with it. It's pop music.
Yeah.
When you write pop music, it's the only thing you hope is that as many people hear it as possible, and because you don't write it for yourself, you write it for other people.
Makes coming home easier as well, I think, coming back to Britain, because on the one hand we've got nothing to prove because we're, a successful band, so it's nice to come home, I think.
Yeah, shouldn't call them number twos either, because that's quite derogatory, isn't it? It can be quite derogatory.
Yeah.
But
do you know what, we were beaten? Wonderful Life was beaten in an amazing pop twist of fate, which is this is why I guess it's so great for pop. Is Wonderful Life was beaten by that Tuva Fara Americano song. Was beaten to number one by that, and Forever in Our Life. Yeah. Wonderful Life will have been deprived of a number one in Germany because of that song, and stays currently being held off the charts by Bruno Mars. It's quite funny, really.
I think the interesting thing about you guys is when your first single came out, we A-listed the original version, your version, and we normally go for remixes.
Yeah.
And it was quite a pivotal moment for Gaydar.
Oh, that's good.
Because it hasn't really happened with bands before.
But the Freemasons mix was really good.
Yeah, no, we
big remix. That was really big. Yeah. It's a nice remix. It's nice to get them done because great getting other people's perspective on it. Especially Freemasons are really nice guys. We've been for a drink with them and stuff, and it was a good. Did well across the board, I think, that one.
And they're faithful to the originals as well. The mixes that you get done. Do you have a say in those?
No.
Getting those boys on board.
With those we did. And with a few others like Arthur Baker we did, and Temper Trap we got those, and sometimes you do, but sometimes the best thing to do with them is just go someone whoever wants it.
You're going to like this. I got a question from a listener, and this is genuine.
Okay.
Her name is Dolly Disco Tits. I don't know whether that's
if that's your real name, Dolly Disco Tits, that's brilliant.
Superb parents, is actually
absolutely. What festivals are you doing? I know you're doing Dot to Dot, aren't you? Three dates?
Tina Park.
Yeah.
The festival.
Yeah. Hopefully a couple of others.
Isle of Wight we're doing as well. So those at the moment, but hopefully as many as possible because it's a lot of fun. Festivals.
Yeah. Well, we saw you at Lovebox, and it was.
I'd love to do Lovebox again.
It was a really hot day as well because you guys were
so hot.
Had trouble getting there or something, didn't you? With petrol fumes.
Do you know what? That was like one of the most harrowing experiences of our life. We went from Berlin from a festival 24 hours on a bus, and the bus was pumping in exhaust fumes through the aircon for 24 hours, and so the whole bus was filled with like carbon monoxide. So we got off the bus and straight onto stage, and I couldn't even see. I didn't even know what was going on. I was like delirious because of all the fumes.
Bit of a whirlwind, and then you go backstage and you see like Peaches and Grace Jones with some very like interesting characters walking around.
Yeah, it's kind of Chrissy Darling, I think, was one of those with the big headdress on, and some weird and wonderful people.
It was a mad day.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to hang around with some of the other acts? Because Peaches, I mean, her set was just amazing.
She's so brilliant. I did say hello to her. She's just such an amazing woman. I've seen her play a lot of times. I went to see her in Berlin, and we both did, and it was. She's just a completely brilliant. She's such a forerunner of her style, and everything. You look at Gaga and you see everything, and you look at Peaches and she just did it all a long time ago, and
quite ballsy as well, because she was out there in a
really
wheelchair with
ballsy.
her leg all strapped up. It's like a leg in a cast.
She's great and
Incredible.
always puts on. There was a great show at Love Box. It was like a standout moment, I think.
Yeah. Do you get the chance to actually see other bands play though when you go on tour and you go to these festivals? Do you see?
We saw a few last year at festivals.
Yeah.
Try to.
You got to make the effort because it's difficult. But I went to see the Drums about 5 times last year at festivals, and so I went to Glastonbury as a punter actually, which was the only one I did, which was quite fun because I got to see like Mumford and Sons and Goldfrapp and stuff like that. So yeah,
brilliant. One of your lyrics, "It feels better than love." What is that? Because we want to know what that is.
Well,
if that is possible.
Yeah, it was us posing the question.
Ah.
So what do you think? We have asked people. We get really weird answers. One person said, "What deadly serious in Finland?" The woman said, "Well, snorkeling."
Yeah.
I was like, "Snorkeling?" She went,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
bad.
"Okay." Someone else said divorce, which is kind of funny.
Interesting.
What do you think?
Well, yeah, alcohol probably. Have you got any? Stick one in there. New single Sunday. Let's talk about that because that's out. Is that next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're out on Sunday. It's really difficult to judge now with downloads and everything. It's Sunday, isn't it?
But it's officially released on Sunday, but it's kind of, I mean, because the album's out, it's out available now. But it's it's a good moment for us because it's one of the last songs we wrote for the album, and it's one we're really happy with. We wrote it when we were very happy, and it's probably the most joyous moment on the record. So.
Well, do you know what? Live as well, because I saw you at Shepherd's Bush. It was an amazing.
It's always a good moment live, that.
And then when you played Sunday, it was. I mean, everybody was responding throughout the whole gig, but arms were just up, and it was.
I think that's the moment where the audience kind of lets go a bit there. At that point, it's always good for us on stage to see that as well.
It's giving me goosebumps just thinking about it. Actually,
it was a great. I'm glad you saw that show. It was a great, really proud moment. It was, to look out on that stage in front of all those people was a real kind of like whoa moment, because there's a lot of people in Shepherd's Bush. Can
you beat that feeling? Because a lot of people I've interviewed, they always say that it's hard coming down after that high, after you've come off stage.
Do you know what? There always changes. Like, and we did that one we did recently. We played out the biggest ever show we played was about 2 weeks ago. It was in Estonia. It was 4,000 people in an arena, sports arena, which is mad enough. But it's now a year to the day since we played our first ever show at Wilton's Music Hall in London. That was 400 people, and the feeling was exactly the same. They was both as intense and both as shocking as each other, I think. And so they every time is good, really. So the audience are the key.
Do you lose that intimacy though when you've got a bigger gig, when you're playing to more people?
A little bit, but you've always got it with the people at the front. So it's kind of retained a little bit.
Can you see much as well? Because I guess the lights, you can't really see anybody.
Here's a great rock and roll secret.
Yeah.
Every band on stage, you can see everybody in the audience always.
Yeah.
You can see everyone's face.
It's amazingly bright on stage for the musicians. Like, on stage, you have no idea what it looks like out front at all because it's so bright.
Yeah. Because you're lit from the back, but you can see everyone's back. You can always see everyone. So if you think a singer's making eye contact with you when you're watching a gig, he is.
That is true, though, isn't it? Because many people think that you can't see out from the skids. You're always led to believe that that's the case.
No, but you can see, and I mean everybody. You can see everybody's face, and you can see every bead of sweat on everybody's face because all the lights come from behind you. So that's a very funny misconception.
It's an exciting time for you. What's next after the single? Obviously, you've got possibly another single release.
Hopefully, we just got to keep it going, keep the train running, and we've got festivals and a big tour. Got to Israel, to China, to Russia and everywhere, and then hopefully towards the end of the year write another album if we get a chance.
We look forward to that.
Yeah.
Adam and Thea, thanks for chatting to us, and good luck with the single. Good luck for the rest of the year.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.